Louisiana Attorney General Liz Murrill today testified before the Senate Health, Education, Labor, and Pensions Committee, warning that the Biden-era policy allowing abortion pills to be distributed by mail continues to undermine state laws that protect unborn children, and these policies put women at risk. She testified that the FDA's rollback of in-person safeguards has contributed to illegal drug distribution and serious medical complications. Joining me now is Washington Stand reporter Casey Harper. Casey, what other issues were discussed at the hearing regarding the abortion pills that are being shipped by mail?
Yeah, thanks, Tony. I mean, top of the list in the items today is safety, not just for the unborn child who, of course, is reliably killed by the pill, but also for women who often face health complications. Now, this is a big reason why Louisiana is pushing the FDA to reverse this Biden-era decision and reinstate a simple in-person doctor's visit if you're going to get a pill like this that could lead to health complications. Here's what Murrill said during the hearing today.
The Biden administration and its pro-abortion partners had long been planning to circumvent Dobbs. After Dobbs, the Biden FDA promptly announced that it would remove the in-person dispensing requirement for abortion pills, thereby authorizing mifepristone to be shipped nationwide by mail. This was not a medically informed decision, but a purely political one. It was not even a legal one because federal law prohibits distribution by mail.
Now, Murrill went on to argue that this policy makes state abortion bans unenforceable, and it actually violates federal law, including the Comstock Act. She also said that mail-order abortion drugs increase medical risks because there's a lack of oversight, and thousands of women are actually getting this pill without ever having to see a doctor or a doctor for a follow-up appointment, which was required just a few years ago. Now, her state is accusing out-of-state doctors and actually has indicted some for enabling illegal distribution of the drugs into states where abortion is banned. And after this hearing, of course, Tony, you know, the FRC held this Capitol Hill press conference with Senator Lindsey Graham, many other lawmakers, and Louisiana and Ohio attorneys general, where pro-life leaders just made a clear point. The DOJ and the HHS should stop abortion drug shipments across state lines, and the FDA should suspend mifepristone over safety and these many legal concerns.
Yeah, Casey, the focus being on that Biden-era policy that remains in place under the Trump administration, which could be changed overnight if the administration wanted to do so. Appreciate that update, Casey. The chairman of the committee, Bill Cassidy, Senator Bill Cassidy of Louisiana, will join us shortly for an in-depth discussion on this issue. All right, moving to international topics today, Vice President Vance and the Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, met with officials from Greenland and Denmark. Now, this following President Trump's recent statement on Truth Social that the U.S. needs Greenland. Casey, from what I can tell, it does not appear that officials from Greenland and Denmark handed over any keys at the meeting today.
No, definitely not. More like get out of our neighborhood, or if the North Atlantic has an HOA, the U.S. is in hot water right now. But to the point of that meeting, the foreign ministers of Greenland and Denmark, they met behind closed doors at a private meeting with VP Vance and Marco Rubio, Secretary of State, at the White House. Now, American officials didn't make any statements after the meeting, which could be telling. But here's what Danish Foreign Minister Lars Rasmussen said at the Danish embassy in Washington, D.C.
The president has made his view clear, and we have a different position. We, the Kingdom of Denmark, continue to believe that also the long-term security of Greenland can be ensured inside the current framework.
Now, the morning before the meeting, the president made a Truth Social post and made a point he's made often, which is the U.S. needs Greenland for national security, and that NATO should be leading the way for the U.S. to get it. He made the argument that NATO will be far more formidable and effective with Greenland in U.S. hands, but so far, NATO definitely doesn't see it that way, Tony.
More topic I want to touch on. What's the latest out of Iran?
Sure. So Iran is really still experiencing a lot of the protests and chaos that we've been seeing coming out of the U.S. or coming out of the country. President Trump said earlier today he actually got news that the killing has stopped a day after he called on Iranians to double down on their protests, though we have seen media reports that more executions are scheduled. Meanwhile, U.S. officials said that they have withdrawn some of the personnel from some bases in the Middle East, which some say could be a signal of coming military action. And this all comes as Iran's Chief Justice is calling for swift punishment for protest detainees. And the Trump administration actually said they're suspending all visa processing for applicants of Iran, along with 74 other countries. So a lot of turmoil centered out of this part of the world right now, Tony.
Yeah, it appears as something could be imminent. Casey, thanks so much for the update. We'll see you later in the program.